Anyone there yet? Can you hear me? See. Hey, Janet, can you hear me okay? Great. This new laptop, I plugged in my Logitech and it updated everything on the Logitech, and it's a completely different, more things to do on it. It's fantastic. Like, I can do picture in picture and everything else. I don't know when that happened. Still my old camera, but got all these extra things you can do now. Yeah. And I like the way they've, instead of a little wee box that they used to give you, it's a bigger one now, and you see everything instead of having to click and get other stuff. It's the, what, 920, I think? Hi, Eileen. Let me check, I'll see. Press on it. Yeah, C920. But I really like and it gives you a picture of your, what the camera's seeing and everything. And then on the, like, I wouldn't have to watch it on Ustream. I could watch it on Logitech too, but you wouldn't get the chat. That's the only thing. No, I haven't got it on OBS. No, I just updated it, and it's like, wow, this is great. It's stuff that OBS would do, and yeah. So how's everyone doing? I missed you guys. Yeah, get the new software. It's fantastic. I'm going to try it afterwards and see how the picture in picture. You can use multiple cameras, it says. So that's good. Thanks, Eileen. I've been busy. Thanks, Janet. Does it show it in reverse? Yeah, you can flip it in mirror, or you can turn it on its side, the view, or whatever. Yes, that's true, Janet. It doesn't happen on its own. Oh, I hurt my elbow. I have tennis elbow on my left arm now. Jeez, from painting the walls. So I haven't been able to do any weeding, and I gotta get out there. Thanks, Eileen. Hey, Marcia. I don't think I've met you. Great. Thanks for coming. Everybody will welcome Marcia, and Marcia, you don't have to be scared of them. They're a great group. Hey, Kimberly. Good to see you. Carol, CB. I'm finally back. And it's so good to have my art room, my studio all finished. It's not all organized, mind you, but I took a little video on my phone. I'll show it to you. And I got some new lighting. So I bought one of those photographer's lighting setup. Lena, hi. Great to see you too. And I really like it. And even gives you one that you could put your camera on and you could swing it across your desk. So, or you can put a backdrop on, has the backdrop sheets too. So, yeah. So I've been trying to keep up with most of you guys, watching your streams if I couldn't make the lives. Looks like you guys have been having a lot of fun with all the, was it at Colleen's and Beth's doing the animals? And Debbie. That's cool. And I still got lots of organizing to do. I'll show you the mess in my other room. But I'm just gonna do it a little at a time because, oh, my arm just aches at night. See. So I'm hoping that this lighting will be good as far as, oh, I should do the left to right. I got to figure out the new update because I know you can do change it left and right too. So right now it's backwards. I don't want to play with it while I'm streaming. Yeah. Thanks, Kim. What you get for getting old. Can't do what you used to be able to do, and it's hard to make yourself believe that. To put, what was it, 3 coats of, 1 coat of primer and 2 coats of the paint on the ceiling of an 800 square foot room in one day, and that's what did it. Yes, it's been too long. I agree. Yeah, you get on a roll and you just want to get it done. You get excited because you see the room starting to go together. Oh, you got a stain? Oh, I hate staining. Good excuse. Can't have rain in the forecast. So I did, as I've told you, I did get a whole bunch of books. And I think you guys would appreciate them. And they'll probably, if any of you are really interested in the class I'm doing online, free, these books would come in handy. Oh, you want these books, Eileen? You do. So the class is going to be a beginner's drawing class. And it's going to be what I learned when I went to art school, how they taught me, and then stuff I've learned through the years. that helped me with drawing, and it's the basics. So once you get these basics down, it'll help you to develop your skills to whatever degree you want to go. So if you want to become like a hyper realism type of thing, then you'll be able to do it. And basically, it's all about observation and what to see and what to think and what to ask yourself when you've drawn something. Yeah, thanks, Pacola. Yeah, I love this book. Now, this is one of the ways you'll be able to draw too. And I know a lot of you really enjoy doing the ink and watercolor washes. So this will help you too. I'm gonna have to put Chloe up in the room. I think she's gonna start whining. She's not used to me doing this again, and I don't want her to be sitting here whining. That too. And so if you want to get into this type of thing, it'll be easy done. And then it also affects the way you paint or the way you do mixed media. It'll involve composition. Perspective is another big one. And we can get into values if you want. Depends how much you want to get into. Realistic drawing, or do you want to do character drawing? Because there is differences in the two. If you want to, it depends on if you want to be just a hobby artist or a professional artist. You just like drawing, that would be a hobby artist. But, it depends how far you want to take yourself. Everyone says drawing on the right side of the brain is good, but I don't like it at all. Oh, really? What don't you like about it? Give me some input, because I want to teach you guys in a way that you're not going to be bored stiff. I like it all. Realism. Yeah, I like realism myself. But I find if you do characters in this type form, where it's just diary, they're cute. I like it in this type. But if you're drawing portraiture or illustration that has to be correct, then yeah, you need realism. It was not my speed. I don't like to read 10 pages to learn how to draw. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I won't. I won't make you draw lines for months on end, like I had to do. I literally had to draw lines for a month in art class. So, and yeah, I don't know. They just didn't. They weren't the greatest. They were kind of. They taught you in a way in art schools. You had to figure it out. They'd show you what they wanted you to do, and you had to learn and figure out why they were doing that. I'll tell you why I'm doing it, so you're not going, holy jeez, Cass, this is boring. Hey, Sandra, good to see you. Okay, I'm going to take Chloe upstairs, and then I'll be right back. Sorry about that. She would be whimpering. Okay. So what I got, and these books are basically, I did see some books that some of you guys were showing too. And then I started watching, oh, I think it was Debbie first. She was doing the animals in watercolor. And so I thought, I started looking around and I saw this. Oh, rats, you're not going to be able to see it. Is it backwards to you guys or is it just backwards to me? Okay. So painting watercolors on canvas, I thought, oh, I got to get this book. So it tells you how to prep a canvas and use watercolor on it. And that is very appealing to me because I like big pictures. And it's hard to paint a big watercolor because it ripples. So I thought, okay, I'm going to try this. So I got this Liz Chatterton. And I just love her work. I love this style of watercolor. And it's just a little book. I had to get this. They didn't have it on Amazon. It's not out till October. So I got it in from Jackson's Art Supplies in the UK. Hey, Vicki. So it tells you all about the different types of mediums to use. Like there's different grounds, watercolor grounds to put on your canvases. And she actually does, where is it? She tries a whole bunch of different ones. So Sennelier there was, and different ones, and what she thought about them and what they did. So she did all the work for you instead of trying to schminky. Daniel Smith, think the Golden, and each one does something different. And she tells you what each one would be good for as far as your style, if you like more wet on wet or you like more detail, and she'll tell you which ground is better for what, which I thought was really awesome. And then she different canvases she talks about if you want to do your own canvases, drawing on it. It's actually a really good book. Value, composition. She gives you all the composition and everything in it. Like, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that. No, look at that. The eye. It's beautiful. Most of her paintings are on, she just keeps the background white. Different mediums she puts on top too. She uses inks and all kinds of stuff, actually. So I would call more of a mixed media than just a watercolor. So I thought it would be awesome to try it. Great little book. Jackson's has it. Or you can wait and get it on Amazon. So I got that one. And then I love atmosphere in watercolors. So I got this one. And this is all about skies, light, and atmosphere. And it's so hard to get a nice sky without it going green. And this guy tells you how to do it. Like, I just love this type of watercolor painting, the mist and stuff like that. I would love to do something like that. So I'm going to try it. Mountains. Like, you could even do that as a pen and ink and wash would be neat. It goes through the same thing about supplies and stuff, but then he shows you, tells you what to do for certain skies. So it's a good book as far as teaching you how to do the skies. It's kind of a step out, a little bit more reading, but it shows you here different washes, pencil lines, and that. Like, so if you like landscape, this guy I think has fantastic skies. I love them. There's a one step out here, so it gives you, and it's quite a long step out. So we could do this on Ustream or a stream sometime. 12 step outs for it. Warm light. Intense light. Like, look at that. That is gorgeous. A little polar bear right there. Isn't that gorgeous? Thanks, Picola. There's another one I love. Oh, I think that is so gorgeous. I want to do one like that so bad. I think that is beautiful. Even that one. Look at the colors. This is showing more gold to you, but it's actually a lot more on the chartreuse side. I still have to play with the camera settings a little bit, but I'll get her. Atmosphere. So this I thought, looked like a very good book to learn how to do atmosphere and sky. Here's another waterfall. Hey, Carol. So lots of steps that he's given you. This one's got, wow, 22, 27 steps to do this painting. I think we should try that on stream sometime. Be fun. So that's a good one. Yeah, we should. Then got skies, light, and atmosphere. Well, you got to have sea and sky too in acrylics. I still like acrylics, so I'm going to do until I mix media. I can't make my mind up. And I love his colors in here. See, this is so much more intense than what you're seeing. In here, it's like purple. And then these bright greens. It's gorgeous. Look at that. And there's a bunch of step outs for these too. So he's got, I'd love to do a great big canvas. I did a huge one for my sister of a ocean, but it was calm with seagulls. See, I love this. Thanks, Picola. Even that's gorgeous. I've always loved water. And see, here's the step outs how to do a nice graduated painting for the sky. So lots of step outs in this. How to do waves. Splatters. Reflections and ripples. Yes, he does, Janet. I love his work. That's gorgeous too. I love the colors this guy uses. It's not your typical, you know, aqua water and blue sky. He's got these dramatic skies are really intense. So there's how to do clouds using your finger. Look at that. Oh, it's so gorgeous with the yellow. Beautiful. Yeah. Do you like acrylics, Eileen? I love acrylics still. They do. It's more realistic, more intense. I find they have a lot of depth. But I do like watercolor for the softness ones. Yeah. Depends, I guess, what effect you want in your painting. So there's many step outs in this one, which is good. So here's another one we can try to do one time. Like, holy geez, 35, 40, 43. Yes, the transparency is. Yeah, it all depends on what what kind of effect you want. So this has many paint along or step outs for each one, which is fantastic. So we should get this one, guys, if you want to do some acrylics. This could be a paint along. Yeah, you haven't got this? Holy! Oh my God, David White. Let's see when it was out. Maybe that's because you haven't bought this one. It might be brand new. No, it was reprinted in 2018. Text was 2015 and photographers 2015. So 2016. You're slipping. You're slipping, Eileen. And then there's this one. I like Terry Harrison for the simplicity of how he does things. He's also from the UK. So this is a watercolor. Actually, he does watercolor and acrylics. Yeah, Cam, write this day down. So you could probably do this in, actually he shows how to do painting with acrylics, but giving it a watercolor look. Hey, Shauna. So I don't know if you've ever watched any of his videos on Artist Network TV. It's such a neat techniques that he has, the easy techniques, and he explains them so well. So this one, pretty sure it's Gale Rowney is what he's using. I can't see what it is though. Whether it's watercolor. Yeah, it's got to be watercolor. But I have seen him do it in different styles with the acrylic too. And he has these really neat brushes that do certain things. So, yes, I did. I got more brushes. I'm going to try this. I had to get them. I will let you know how I feel about them. And they are hair. I can't remember what kind of, will it say? I think it says in here somewhere. Oh, there's brushes. No, it doesn't say what they are, but I know on the website, his website, he has a website. Unfortunately, he died last year, but they still have his website going. They're for watercolor, acrylics, or oil, and they're not a real stiff like a bristle, but they're not really soft either like a sable. They're kind of in between. I think they have a mix, but the way he does things, these are thicker. Did you buy the brushes from the brush guy? No, they don't have them. Only his site has them. You have to get them off his site, but it only took a week to get here. I couldn't believe it. It took a week to come from the UK, and yet if I'm getting something from the United States, it's like 3 weeks. What's with that? But yeah, and then he does have some, I don't know if these are synthetic or what, but he's got them so that they're tapered. They're thick in here, and then on the end they're tapered so that you get an uneven brush mark, I guess you could say, which are good for stippling and stuff like this. And then this type of deer foot, that's good for tree leaves and stuff. Well, we're going to try that. That's one of the things we're going to try too. As you can see, these different stippling for grass, leaves. So we're going to try it. But I liked his way of doing things. It's very simple, but it looks great. So this type of thing would be great for when you're doing your sketching in your journal for sketch a day or whatever. And then he does a lot of wet on dry, but he does some wet on wet when he wants to do the backgrounds, say the trees, so that they just kind of bleed into the background too, so they're not so direct looking. Many trees. So we're going to have to try some of these too. I have many plans, lots and lots of plans. So we could do these in acrylic also. Different trees, different landscapes, shadows. Mountains. So I thought this would be good. So we got that one. And then another Cherry Harrison. This is all about the brushes. So I had to get this one. So it tells you how to use my brushes. All brushes in this section are shown. Let's see if it says what it's brushed already. Let's see. I want to see if it says what the brushes are made out of. No, I don't see it. Don't see it. But yeah. So, and it gives you step by step too. So we'll have to try this one. Thanks, Picola. You got your job cut out for you today. And is painting watercolors in sky, the easy way. So I'll be on streams, and I will be doing some just video uploads too, because sometimes it's hard to get concentrating into doing some certain things, and you have to read chat and stuff. It takes long. So there will be days where I'll be uploading different videos. that'll be edited and whatnot. So I find a lot of people like those. Yeah, so he tells you all the different ways to do stuff. They're all step outs too. So we got lots of books, step outs to play with. There's the credit card rocks. He paints it, and then he uses a credit card to make the rocks. Oh, Eileen, get these and you can paint along with me. Come on. So this is going to be a good book. Oh, then, okay, for drawing. What we'll talk about the drawing, what I'm going to be teaching. It's going to be the basics. So what I learned, how to study a picture that you're going to be drawing, or a live whatever, bowl of fruit or a figure or whatever you're going to be drawing. And I will be teaching you what you need to be looking at, how to view it properly, and put it down on your paper. And the way I'll teach you is that you're not going to be viewing it and saying, oh, that's an arm. Okay, I'll draw it like this. It's going to be, I'm going to show you how to view it in a different way so that your brain isn't taking that in, that you're viewing an arm. Because your brain knows, has a general knowing of what an arm looks like, but that's not really what you're drawing. Your brain will tell you to draw something that isn't what you're really seeing. So this way, it kind of tricks your brain in not using the left side, which is the side that is the logical side, I guess you would call it, the side where you read from and that type of thing. And you'll use your right side to view it instead, which gives you an easier way of seeing things and having it to turn out the way you're actually seeing it. And this is very important when you're doing, say, a portrait of somebody you know. That's why so many people have problems drawing portraits, and they can't seem to get a proportion correct. And it can be the slightest little thing, like the corner of the mouth, or maybe the nose is just a tad too high or a tad too to the left, or the eye could be slightly different. And the average person maybe wouldn't see the difference in that one eye, but in a whole, it doesn't look like that person. It may resemble him slightly, but he doesn't exactly look like that person. So these will be the tricks on how to look at things. And then there's kind of like 5 questions you ask yourself when you start drawing things. And these 5 questions will help you correct things and see things differently. And then I'll give you exercises to do, which do help. I won't let you go through the agony I had to go through doing certain things, but I'll give you like, you have to draw, I don't know, 50 of these or whatever. And then I'll give you a week to do it. And then the next week we'll continue on to the next step. So when I get past the basics of drawing, then I'll let you guys decide whether you want to go further. And going further would be getting into perspective, composition, tone, foreshortening, that type of thing. Put line in the corner. Oh, great, guys. It's just I'm going to come on once a week live to help you guys learn how to draw. It's free, so anyone can come. And all you guys need is, it can be printer paper, just blank paper. I wouldn't use watercolor paper or anything with a real roughness to it. Just plain paper, and a 2HB pencil would be fine. That's all you need. Thanks, Eileen. Yeah, 2 Eastern, or not 2, 1 Eastern. And we'll see how it goes, and then maybe if you find it would be helpful, I'll go on StreamYard and have a bunch of yous on, and I can switch you on and off and help you if you're having problems. What do you think of that? I'm just thinking out things, so it works smoothly. Or maybe you guys wouldn't want to do that. Homework scares you. But if you want to come online and show me, and I'll help you out with something you're stuck with, I can do that on StreamYard. No, I wouldn't put all of yous on screen. What I would do is anyone that was having problems or couldn't figure something out, they could be in the back room, and then I could bring you on one by one. Because it's hard to explain stuff typing out. Yeah. So it's easier for me if I can see what you're doing in order to help you. This is kind of like being in a live class, but it's done on internet. Well, if you want, Shauna, we can always do a private session too. If you're having problems, that's fine. After work or whatever. Yeah, Janet, leave you guys all in the background, and I'll just bring you in. Yeah, I find it very, I don't know what you'd say. It's too much all at once with everybody on there. I can't concentrate on everybody. So one at a time is better for me. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard because everyone's talking and there's noise in the background, and it's hard. It's yeah, more than 2 it's hard. Yeah, sensory overload. Good one, Carol. I may have to call. Got a terrible cold. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys would be up for that. So I'm kind of experimenting on you guys. I'm going to use you as guinea pigs on classes, how to teach again. It's been a while. It's been about let's see, how long have since I closed the store? It's almost 9 years since I closed my store, and I did classes for 12 years. And then before that, I did classes, private classes for art. So it's been a while. Yeah, it's been that long, Eileen. So what I'm thinking of doing is I want to come on, do classes every once in a while. I'll think up of something, but then I also want to get start up on Learnable classes for certain topics in mixed media, and start selling classes, because at this coming February, I'm going to be out of a job. My brother sold his business, so we could go with the people that bought it, but that's in Quebec, and I'm not willing to go to Quebec. I just got here. I just made my studio. I'm not going anymore. Compare StreamYard to an old school quilting bee social. Sometimes, even if you can draw, like I find sometimes you get into a routine of doing things a certain way, and you forget about stuff you were taught. And it's always good to go back and reintroduce yourself to those things. And sometimes it really helps to improve what you're doing. You're never too good not to learn something new. Yeah, Vicki, right? You always learn something, even if you may know that how to do that thing that they're teaching. There may be a certain way that they do something that is worthwhile to you, what you maybe you didn't even think of, and it helps you. Yeah, I do agree with Eileen. StreamYard is a place to chat, and it's very hard to learn stuff in StreamYard, especially when there's a bunch of people. That's why I thought if I'm on and I just bring one person on at a time and then put them back in the room. Yeah, that sounds good. Awesome. And you can give me ideas, what type of class would you consider signing up for? Or maybe you wouldn't want per se classes. Maybe you'd want a monthly subscription where we do something each week, or give me some ideas. Yeah, that's right, Vicki. Sometimes it does take quite a few times before you really get it, and then all of a sudden it's ah. Okay. You're not going to be our model. We might need a model, Janet, for gesture drawing on StreamYard. We need action. I don't know, maybe you guys would be interested in gesture drawing too. That's a totally different way of drawing also. Well, that was one of my majors in school was drawing figures and portraiture. You got the gestures. Okay, good. Never heard of what, Elaine? You guys are funny. It's good to be back. Oh, gesture drawing. Oh, really? That's what we call when you get most of the time when artists draw gesture drawing, it's nude models. Now, if you got interested in this type of thing, and they're usually posed in a way that they're running or reaching for something or sitting or laying, some type of gesture, and then you've got so many minutes to do a rough sketch of and get the gesture down. It's not based on intricate drawings, like you don't get the nose and the eyes just right to see what, it's just to get the gesture done. And you can go on YouTube. It's got quite a, I think there's a few YouTubes that do nude models, and they're good. There's one oh, what's it called? Vicky, you've probably seen it. What's it called? Croquet Cafe or something like that. Where they give you, what was it? I think there's 1 minute, 5 minute, 20 minute, and then half an hour or something, different times for you to draw that pose. And there's men and women. Ruler. Stressful. Well, yeah, it is when you first start doing, because you're thinking, how am I going to draw something in 1 minute? But it's not about getting every detail. It's only about the gesture of that body. Hey, Devin. Yes, that's it. It's an excellent channel to go on if you want to start drawing figures. So, having said all this, this kind of brings this type of drawing into what we could do too. And this is character drawing or animation, illustration, that type of thing. If it was a new I understand that because I can remember when I first went to my first gesture drawing class in school, and we didn't know what gesture drawing was because we were fresh into art school, and we kind of everyone, and the next time we went in there, everybody sat in the back of the class because they didn't want to be up front. But then you just get used to it. And then they would then they would have the nerve to walk around when you were drawing too and stand beside you. I remember my mom when I brought my portfolios home. she had no idea what we were doing in school. And she was just horrified. I wonder what gesture you draw from. Yeah. Yeah, well, when you're, 17 years old, it's not, you're not used to that. Oh, yes, Vicky. Yes, that happens quite often. Yeah. So I thought this is actually a really good book. He's very well known. I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce his name. It's right there. Marcus Mester. And this is a neat, more of an illustrative way of drawing, but this is a really good book because he talks about line and how important line can change the feeling and mood of a drawing. So if you're interested in line, and we will be talking about line because it is important when drawing. So drawing something soft like a pillow, there's different ways of drawing it, different hardness of pencil, width of pencil, variations in skipping of pencil when you're drawing something. So yeah, there's a lot into it. It just depends on how far you want to go, basically. So this is a really good book. It's eye candy too. I love illustration. I always have. I did some work for a few companies before they had computers. I was in the commercial art end. BP Oil, I did some stuff for them. There's quite a few other ones. It was just contract work. But this is a good book because he does really explain it. He talks about shadow and dramatic effect of shadow can make and how to look at shadow, where it should be coming from, the shape, like this here. The shape of your arm, your shadows would be going a certain way. So it depends how much you want to get into this. So this is about shading. This is his newest one. And I think I got it at Amazon. I think it just came out this year. Yeah, 2019. So ballpoint pen, graphite pencil, digital. There you go, Janet. You got someone that'll pose for you. Come on. And this is his other one, Frame Perspective. And this is a very, very good book. I will get into this perspective because it is very important if you want a realistic look to your drawings. Perspective is very important to get down right. And this book, if you want to get into it, he shows you and tells you in a very simple way of vanishing points, horizon lines, eye level, that type of thing. So in different ways you can, like there's 3-point perspective, 2-point, there's many. You could go endless in how many viewpoints you want. So this tells you how to use it with bodies, with buildings, bending the line. But this is important, but I'll give you the base one with maybe 3-point perspective. And that's pretty well, if you're just going to be a hobby artist and you just want to get by, that's pretty well all you'll need is 3-point perspective. And we'll get into that. But it does make a big difference in your drawing. And then he has another one, perspective 2, and this is more on figures and foreshortening, that type of thing. And how, because foreshortening can be very confusing to the brain. It is for me, because you kind of have to shut off that left side and remember what you've been taught about how to see things, because you're looking at something. Let's see if I can find here. You're looking at something. If you were looking like this person here, you're thinking of the head. Yes, we can draw the head, but you're thinking of the body in a long way. And a lot of people have hard time getting that left side away and just viewing and measuring to get the perspective right. Hi, Beth. So this is a very good book if you're wanting to do figure drawing in the perspective way. There's also, you got to think about balance in your center lines for balance. Shading also is affected by perspective in how your body is drawn, and then the light would be changed if you're drawing in a certain way. Again, it all depends on how you want to get into this. You could really go crazy about drawing the face or the human figure, and learning anatomy and how the body works, muscles, bones, that type of thing. It does help, but depends how much you want to get into it. Okay, so those are the books I got. That's all I'm going to show you. That's it for the books. Yes, you can. They don't care about nudity on YouTube. Some put the eyes so far up on the face. And yeah, that's a good example, Eileen. It's most beginners that want to draw a face, they don't take the time to study what they're drawing. And that's what I'm going to teach you. Not too bad, Carol. Uh, did you have to buy any? They're good books. All right, so I took a little video of my, let's see if you guys are going to be able to see it. I don't know. Can you see that? That's my storage art room that I have yet to organize. Yep. Finally got it done. So I like coming down here. You could mess it up one day. Well, believe me, I can too. Oh, I think my son just came in the door. Can you hold on a minute? Be right back. Unload my van because I can't lift all those pails by myself. Which is nice of him. Thank you. Oh, yes, it's been a while. I don't know if you remember my other studio was in my dungeon of a basement in the old house. It was always cold and yucky. I thought it was a living room with a craft area, but yeah, it's my art room. It's just me living here, so I can have as much art room as I want. And the downstairs was all ready here, but the guy that owned it, well, I told you the way the house was. There was holes in the wall, and the carpeting was all tore up, and yeah, it was a mess. So when my other son came for the summer, he redid the whole downstairs for me. So I'm so happy. And then when he comes to visit, he can, he doesn't have to be up in the room with me upstairs, or he can be down here watching TV or doing his art stuff, because he's he is the what do you call him? He does the graphic design for games. Yeah, they're good guys. Oh, you guys are going to be on? Okay, that'll be good. Yeah, so I'm so happy that it's been 3 years since I moved here. So yeah, first year was doing the upstairs. Last year was doing everything outside, because you remember my giant rock pile. And then this year was the basement. Oh, thanks, Devin. Yeah, my garden turned out great this year. I couldn't believe how much stuff grew. Is this where your flowers are? Yes, it's in this house is where all these flowers are. And everything's been done. Well, the flower garden is a year old. Well, a little over a year now, but so we can use some of my flower pictures to do the drawings too that we'll be doing, and that way you can get them off the web and use them. What mediums do I like? watercolor, acrylic, pastel. I haven't done any acoustic, and I have never done oil. I would love to do oil, but I've never done it. When I went to school, I did. I was in drawing was my major, and printmaking. I also did, and photography and commercial art. Thanks, Janet. Yeah, I've been watching some videos, some really great artists, and well, it's not hard to believe. I do have oils here, but I've never broken them out yet because I was so like I didn't know even how to start. So I've been watching a bunch of oil um, videos, and you never know, I might break it out and give her a try. Because they say, from what I could see, the blendability is so fantastic. It's very similar, like pastels, I would say. Print. Do you ever use print marker paper? I love painting on print marker paper. No, I've never used it. For acrylics, Eileen? Print marker, not. Oh, print maker. Print maker. No, I've never heard of it. Print maker. Is it for acrylics? You got it. Jerry's. Is it like a Jerry's brand, or is print maker the brand? Hi, May. I really like it. Who knows what it is for? Oh, you don't even know what it was made for? No, it is thick paper. Has it got tooth to it? Or is it smooth? Well, guys, that's it for me. I gotta go feed my puppies, and then I have to see how my son's doing out there. I guess I should go out. I didn't expect him to be here till 3, but he's early. Oh, you're welcome, guys. So next Thursday, I want you to get your 2 things, paper and a pencil. I don't want mechanical pencils. You have to have a regular pencil, like a 2B or HB. Where am I? I'm in Ontario, Canada. About 12 minutes from Lake Huron. I'm in the boonies. So I have no art stores around me. It's very, that was a hard one to get used to. Thanks, guys. I'm happy to be back. So hopefully you guys will be here next Thursday for the class, and we'll see how it goes. And you can always give me ideas. Let me know what you want to learn, and I can put it on my list. Okay, so have a great day, everyone. And oh, Safia, well, you can watch the recording. I'll always have a recording. And actually, it'll be good when I do the class, because then you can stop it and do whatever and then start it. Awesome, guys. It'll be fun. All right, thanks. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you on the tube somewhere. Bye.